Hey guys, the title of this second video is to, again, I've got my book here, is to use your hobbies as distractions. Now I've got many hobbies, including just going for walks, bushwalking. In the summer, I like to go for a bit of a swim every here and there, but walking and bushwalking, I do that a bit more, as well as meditation, as well as reading, and just searching up philosophy and, other things like that and entertainment on my phone. But then I also have another two hobbies. Well, one, but I'm focusing it in two areas right now. And that other hobby is martial arts. And so, yeah, taekwondo and boxing. So what I'm doing is taekwondo. My long-term goals is to become a black belt. So I'm doing that. Currently, I'm doing that twice a week. So I'm looking to add on. Well, I have decided to add on at least one session of boxing each week. But my main focus will be to become a black belt in taekwondo when it comes to martial arts. Well, it is, and the boxing is just to add on something else to it, because just like any other martial art, there's no complete martial art, But Taekwondo has the most powerful kicks because they focus on the kicks. They specialize in the kicks. Like every martial art has a fitness aspect to it, where it's just fitness orientated, as well as a self defense, and the self defense is incorporate many things, like incorporates punches, evasions, takedowns, as well as kicks. But the sport itself is kicks only. That's why it's the most powerful, most efficient kicks, because they specialize in that. Boxing, on the other hand, is boxing, fists only. So yes, so why do I enjoy Taekwondo? One, just by doing it, it makes me feel powerful. It gives me a real sense of confidence as well as self awareness, which is grounded in reality. And the reality is that I'm not the greatest fighter in the world, which means to never underestimate anyone. I never used to think I was, but the more you get to know, the more you realize you don't know, and humility, a whole bunch of humility. Like, I was quite a humble person before, but it just compounds upon that humility. But also, it also gives you that confidence in knowing and how far you have come. So improvement of skills, the continuous reminder to not underestimate anybody, and the fact that I was going to say in a combat sport, but now I'm reading my notes. Engaging in combat in a reasonably safe way increases bravery. Also, Taekwondo is the most powerful kicks in martial arts. Yeah, so it increases bravery because you're sparring. When you spar and stuff, I haven't sparred with these ones, but I was sparring with the ones in the past, and um, I'm only just new to this new club and went to one training session, and then there was a 2 week holiday period because it was school holidays, and now we've had one since then, and now it's twice a week. Twice a week. Going back tomorrow. So yes, there is a capacity of you could get knocked out, but at the same time, they put you up against people who are of this around the same size and the same skill level and experience as you, and when they do put you up against more experienced people or whatever, skilled, there's certain rules, like they can't hit you at 100% because they might have an extra 3 years or 4 years experience on you, and you might only been there for 1 year or even 6 months, and so they'll hit all the moves on you accurately, but they won't do it at 100% because if they did, you'd be KO'd. And it's a training session. And but when you go to tournaments, when you go to tournament fights, when you go to fights like that, all your fights are against full contact, but they're against people of the similar experience as well as similar skill and similar size. So the likelihood of being knocked out in the space of 3 rounds when you know basically the same amount as them, well, it's a roundabout, very similar amount, and you have a very similar amount of experience and skill level, the likelihood of being knocked out in 3 rounds is very low. But it does increase bravery because you're always entering combat. Now, similar story with boxing, um, but I'm looking just to add that on, just to add it on to my Taekwondo. But I want to focus on the Taekwondo because I'm already halfway to black belt, so I don't want to, lose focus. And I just want to add this on. So, maybe some sparring as well as just training. So boxing, as you'll see, it sounds very similar. It makes me feel powerful. It gives me a real sense of self-confidence as well as self-awareness, which is grounded in reality, improvement of skills, the continuous reminder to not underestimate anybody, and the fact that engaging in combat in a reasonably safe way increases bravery. Also, boxing is the most powerful punches in martial arts. Uh, and when I get older, because I want to focus on these two, I just want to become a black belt in Taekwondo first and do at least one session of training in boxing, maybe 2 a week. Because I also like to go for walks and stuff. So, working full time, doing all this stuff as well as being in my 30s, I'm not saying I can't do it, but it's being realistic because, you know. Anyway, boxing, it makes me feel powerful. It gives me a real sense of self confidence. Blah, 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 blah. And when I get a bit older, I want to do some sort of ground art, because when you get you know, like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, other ones like that, you're not getting pummeled as much. It's rolling around on the ground. It's this and that, and you could get choked. But as soon as you put yourself in a position, because you're learning how to protect yourself, you're learning how to do this and that. You tap and they let you go straight away because they're all your mates. When you're doing it with them. Because I only did a couple of sessions of that, but um, I only did a couple of sessions because I wanted to do two trainings of that each week, as well as two trainings of taekwondo, and then work full time at a tannery where I was lifting things and up and down lifting and pushing things all day. I wasn't on a forklift driving around and stuff. I was And it says in the Prosetta Poeticata that on Hava Maltu that an old man is foolish if he thinks that nothing will happen to him just because he is old. It's always good to be prepared just in case one encounters um, bullies, you know. But here's the long-term goals. To become a black belt in Taekwondo, to continue improving my boxing. In my old Taekwondo club in Hawke's Bay, I did 2 Taekwondo classes a week and 1 box fit every week. And number 3, to have these skills to teach my sons, alongside the spiritual discipline of following one's true authentic self, and to not use these things unless need be, because when you truly follow your heart, you will never hurt anyone else, because your true self is your own individuated self that is connected to everything and everyone. So I hope this has been a blessing to you guys. I have got to be at work at 7:30 in the morning, so that means I need to hit the hay in about 3 hours, 4 hours time if I want to get a decent sleep. And yeah, today we did all that stuff. Had my counselling session, went to the job interview, filled in the applications and stuff, and um, all I got to do left is read another 6 pages of this Attlee and Churchill book, have my dinner, as well as do my nighttime meditation, and then go to sleep. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you to it. Bye bye.